1, 2, 1, 2.
This is the Superuglyshow.
We get through by the bare minimum. Yeah, and expect nothing more. True savages of podcasting game. It's Superuglyshow time. How are you? Hi.
Holy shit! Fucking Richie, Superuglyshow.
Yo. What'd you expect, motherfucker?
Me, Richie, not you, asshole.
You're fucking damn right it is, Rich. You're an animal. You're an animal.
Camel toes. Rocky it is.
You're a fucking mental patient.
Fucking mental patient, man.
Fuck you guys. Superuglyshow. A lot of people don't like Bucky. That's part of the show. It's part of If you here to piss off people. How valuable is human life, really? Yeah, fucking Rocky.
Baba double doo boo 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 doo boo doo. Baba baba doo bop. Double 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 bubble 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 bubble. Welcome everybody, Tuesday evening Super Ugly Show extravaganza.
Hey.
How's everybody doing? Happy Funeral Day, everybody! Happy Funeral Day.
What does that mean?
Well, apparently we're celebrating the life of someone who is an awful, awful person. As far as being a human being goes, that man was not a good person.
Who are you talking about?
Jorge Floyd. George Floyd.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What the fuck is going on right now? He's like the poster child for change.
Yeah, I get that, but he shouldn't be. Maybe that woman who was innocently shot while sleeping in her bed, Aubrey Abrams, I believe her name is, maybe she should have been the poster woman for this movement. Yeah. Not a career criminal, drug addict, home invader who holds pregnant women hostage.
No way.
Yes, all facts, Rich. All facts.
All
serious? Facts about the guy who gets a $90,000 funeral, gold casket. If he was alive, he'd pawn it.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is all facts.
Why would you say something like that?
Because just because the man died, and trust me, what happened to him was absolutely horrible. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the person who was killed was not a good person, and they're making him out to be the next Martin Luther King. This man was a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, but you didn't know him. How the fuck?
I don't need to. I saw his record. I saw that he served 5 years for fucking holding a pregnant woman hostage in her own home.
When was this? How long ago?
I forget exactly. Maybe the very late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, dude, he's older now. He's not a kid. I mean, how could you say those things?
How can I say what things?
Doesn't he have kids right now? When was the last time he got arrested?
I don't know. That's a good question. But he was high on meth and had cocaine on him when arrested and murdered.
He was high on... Really?
Yes, these are all facts. What I'm saying, none of it is not true.
Wow.
The other woman, like I said, she should have been the one that was the face of this movement.
Yeah.
Because it's like they purposely picked him to fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? Because now people say what I say, and they're like, oh, you don't support Black Lives. Yes, I do support the movement. I'm all for it. Yeah. But why don't we pick somebody who was killed and not a terrible person his whole life? And how come he's got this NBA best friend all of a sudden? This guy that was in the NBA, his best friend, right?
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
Well, no. Apparently this guy claims to be, they're such good friends.
What a fucking liar.
But the guy's using fake 20s as his best friends in the NBA. Yeah, what a stand-up friend you are. Like, could you imagine if I was like a multi-millionaire and you were walking around using, if I found out you needed money, I'd be like, yeah, what do you need, Rich?
I would hope so.
Of course I would.
I mean, fuck.
Of course I
would. Or he's just
would.
looking for a chance to get famous.
Who, the basketball player?
Obviously.
No, he's actually the guy who fought with Ron Artest, not fought with Ron Artest, fought with Ron Artest, like side to side,
Yeah.
during that brawl in the Pacers game back in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy. Stephen Smith, I believe his name is, not Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, just Stephen
Yeah,
Smith.
Stephen Smith.
Without the A-hole.
Without the A. Without
no,
the A.
No A-hole.
No a-hole. But you look at all these things and you're like, that Aubrey Abrams woman, I hope I'm getting her name right. Perfect person. Steve Jackson. That's his name. Stephen
You
Jackson.
actually have a couple of people in the chat that are actually agreeing with you.
Because, like I said, this man got a 4-hour televised funeral.
Yeah.
The 77-year-old man who was executed in broad daylight, gave his entire life to the police force, can't even have a fucking funeral.
Yeah.
Can't even have one. But this fucking hunk of shit gets a 4-hour televised with Neo singing and celebrities there.
Wow.
Like, do none of them, like, why are they not standing up and going, why are we celebrating this man? Like, why are we celebrating
Because this is
man?
the only chance they're going to have to do this.
No, they had many other chances of people who were very innocent and not criminals. The one woman was either a security guard or a cop herself. I saw her in uniform. I'm not exactly, I think she was a security guard. But either way, she was, like, you couldn't be more innocent. The cops broke into her house, no warrant. The wrong house. The guy that they were looking for was already in fucking custody. Her boyfriend fires at home intruders.
Yeah.
And she gets shot and killed.
Yes. If you, just in case you guys have missed the first 5 minutes of the show, George Floyd is somebody that should not be celebrated, Rocky thinks, because of his lengthy criminal past of holding
And violent
holding-
criminal past.
holding pregnant women hostage, having being high on meth, cocaine, all of these
No,
things.
he had cocaine. He was high on meth, though.
Okay. And himself, he said this shouldn't be the start or the end of the movement. It should have been a lot sooner than this, and it shouldn't have been with George Floyd. Because
Not even
George
close with
Floyd
him.
is a career criminal, so, so says a lot of people, I guess, right?
Yeah, a lot of people. Like, not even says, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was, too? Him crying out and the whole mama thing. When he was, going out. I mean,
what happened to him was
horrible.
absolutely horrible.
Make sure you.
I'm not saying that. What that police officer did was absolutely wrong. He deserves to go to jail. He murdered a man in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
But that doesn't negate the fact that George Floyd was a terrible human being while on this earth. That's my point here.
Yeah, but what if he became a father and he switched all his shit around? Maybe why don't you say maybe?
Switched all his shit around by getting high on meth. What a fucking great dad to look up to. With a pocket full of coke.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what if the same happened to you or me? I mean.
What do you mean if the same happened to us?
Me and you aren't the most squeakiest clean people. I mean, anybody could point out things on your past or my past and be
Absolutely,
like, that guy's
they
a
can.
piece of shit.
But I'm not going to get a televised 4-hour celebrity jam-packed Reverend Al giving my fucking eulogy in a gold casket
I understand that.
with pictures of wings and halos, as if he was a good person.
All right, you won me over. I mean, it sounds pretty. I mean.
He's convinced me. Give me my dollar back.
I mean, if these things are true, I mean, fuck, it's pretty bad.
They're absolutely true. I wouldn't make this up.
I hope not.
Why would I, Rich? Why would I? And can we talk about something else while we're on the subject of this whole thing?
Please.
I see a lot of pictures and images and videos of cops kneeling in front of the Black Lives Movement, right?
Yes.
Like an apology. Now, why would the Black Lives Movement want police kneeling in front of them? Isn't that kind of how we got here to begin with, by a cop kneeling on somebody?
Yeah.
Like, what sense does that make?
Why do we keep kneeling?
Yeah, like, the reason we're doing this is because that cop took a fucking knee.
No more kneeing.
Yeah.
No more kneeing.
Taking a knee seems to really piss a lot of people off.
Yeah. Colin Kaepernick, you pissed off people. Now the cops are taking knees. A knee killed the freaking black man.
Nancy
I mean,
Pelosi and the fucking Democrats,
Schumer?
Yeah, Chuck Schumer, they sure like to sit there and point fingers at Trump. Look, what an opportunist. He just wanted to take a picture. As today or yesterday, they're in African tribal scarves.
No, I see that.
Taking a knee.
Yes.
For their little photo op. First of all, what do they call it? Racial what? Racial, when you borrow or, what the hell's the name of it? What the hell do they call that? Can someone in the chat help me out?
What, the Watusi tribe fucking
No,
scarves?
it's when people get cultural appropriation. That's it.
Okay.
Cultural appropriation. Now, you're not black. You're not African American.
No.
Why are you wearing? First of all, none of those people there are African.
No. They're not.
Like, I want to say something. And I hope this reaches as many people as possible. We need to lose the Latin American for the Latin people in America, in this America, African American, whatever else comes after American, before American.
Yeah.
You don't walk around going, I'm a Puerto Rican American. I don't walk around saying I'm an Italian American. I just say I'm American. You want to start there, maybe? Let's start there. By stop labeling yourself something else other than an American.
Yeah.
We're all Americans. We're all humans.
They want to separate. They want to separate, and everybody wants to separate, but then when it's not convenient for them, they don't want it separate.
Well, no. Also, let's talk about the issues, right? And you go, well, let's talk about Chicago and the genocide that's going on there. And when you bring that up, the answer I keep hearing is, well, we're not talking about that. And I look and I go, well, exactly. And that's why it's still going on, because we're not talking about that. You want to talk about one incident that was not racially motivated as far as I'm concerned. There was no racial motive that I can tell in that situation.
In which situation?
The George Floyd.
Okay.
The white cop, black guy, yeah, two different races. But this was not a racial situation as far as I can tell. He wasn't sitting there going, you black bastard, or you N-word. He wasn't doing anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay? So this isn't a racial situation. So when you bring it up, let's start looking at other things as well. I'm not saying let's not look at this situation. I'm saying there's other situations that are probably a lot more important as far as I'm concerned when there's a genocide going on in Chicago. Every weekend, you can guarantee at minimum 5 people will be killed in Chicago by gunshots.
That's amazing.
33 were injured this weekend. 5 were killed.
What the fuck are they doing over
And that
there?
is every weekend.
What are they doing there?
They're killing each other. But for some reason, we're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that, and we're only going to focus on the evil police force. The evil police that now we want to disband and defund? Are you out of your fucking minds? Seriously, what the fuck are you thinking that you want to get rid of police and do what? Public safety? Yeah, I showed public safety a lot of respect when I was 14, 15, riding on my skateboard, telling them to suck my dick as I'm skating away. Okay? They can't do shit. And yeah, the police they go too far sometimes. Not all of them. So you know what? You fix their training. Every year or two, they got to go through training again. Racial sensitivity programs. There's a million other things you can do with that money. Then give it to, and again, black neighborhoods. Why only black neighborhoods? I'm not saying don't give money to the black neighborhoods. I'm saying why is it only black neighborhoods? There's no poor Latin people. There's no poor white people that can use that money.
Of course there is.
People get killed by the police every day. White, black, Hispanic, Asian. But for some reason, this guy gets killed. And it's all about fixing things for black people. And I get America fucked them over. I understand that. But America fucked over Latins as well. What happened to everyone crying about the detention centers and ICE? Oh, we forgot about that now, right? We're on to the next thing. The 6-second fucking generation. Guess what? George Floyd's funeral was today. By next Monday, he'll be forgotten, and so will all of this. All of it will be forgotten. I guarantee you, all of this will be forgotten by next Monday.
Of course.
The protest has stopped. People are done with it. The fad's over. And white people, let me tell you something. Stop patting yourselves on the back for showing up. You make me fucking sick.
Oh, guess what I did today?
Not the ones that are really there for real purposes. The ones that stay for about 5 minutes and want to run to their neighbors and go, know what I did today?
Yeah.
I was at the Black Lives Matter protest today.
So they could put it on their
so they could tell and make themselves feel good that that you went out there and you fought for the black man. Yeah, you made a difference, man. Like, fuck out of here.
He gives the thumbs.
The disingenuous bullshit going on through all this is making me so angry because this movement had a great fucking start. It had a great fucking start, and then it became racists, and then it became riots, and then it became fucking people just want to be there just to be a part of it, man. I just want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about George Floyd or black people, most of you that I fucking see out there, you fake ass fucking pieces of shit. But you want to pretend you do all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck, it drives me fucking crazy. The hypocrisy and the disingenuous people that is going on right now, it makes me fucking sick. It makes me sick. And again, I'm all for the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm all for police reform, not defunding, not fucking taking away money from the police. Is someone calling? From the police.
Oh, maybe.
None of that. I'm for reform with the police, stricter testing to become a cop, and let's start from there.
If anybody does not agree with Rocky, please call in right now. I would love to hear from you. If anybody does not agree.
Oh, that was another one that made me absolutely fucking want to throw up. And to the black people for this, because I know you went home and had quite the fucking laugh at Whitey's expense.
What's that?
That we're cleaning black people's feet in the street. Did you see this shit?
No, what?
A bunch of fucking... Again, these are the pat on the back wanting fucking fake ass.
Don't tell me there's a bunch of white people
cleaning black people's feet.
Get the fuck out of here.
To say sorry for what happened to you and again, slavery was terrible.
Oh my God, no they're not.
But people seem to forget this too. Yes, while some black people were owned, a lot of slave owners weren't pieces of shit that beat up their slaves and had them doing mandingo. A lot of them gave them places to stay and fed them and clothed them and treated them well, like workers without paying them, but you're being paid in your home, your clothes, and your food.
Yeah.
They didn't beat them. Because why would you want to hurt something you paid? That's like buying a dog and then kicking it as hard as you can. Like, why would you do that?
No, it's yeah.
The better you treat them, the longer they can work for you, right?
Yeah.
So not all slaves, again, it's terrible to be a slave. I'm not saying that. But there's this portrayal that they were all just constantly beat up, whipped, eaten by dogs. And that
Put in the hot box.
Yeah, that's not the case. But it's what, this is what's fucked up. The media... Social media is a fucking cesspool of just people who are so uninformed to begin with.
So miserable. They're just
And
racist just because they're lonely.
Dude, the racism I have been seeing.
It's just lonely annoyance.
I feel like some of it's for shock value.
It is.
Some of it has to be for shock value.
People don't really think like that.
I
They don't talk like that either.
I can't imagine. Like, we're watching Remember the Titans last night. I've never seen it before. This guy at my job praises the movie all the time. Denzel watched the movie. I'm like, yeah, all right, I watch it. Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Great message behind it.
Good.
And you watch something like that and you go, yeah, look, it works.
Yeah.
You just got to talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the fact that white people are scared of black people and vice versa. Because we don't know each other.
Yeah.
But the problem is you're not even willing to get to know them. There's already a preconceived notion of coming from both sides.
Yeah, the internet is showing us everything we need to know about white people or about black people.
And that's another problem. All you got to do is talk to them. Yeah. Like, I didn't grow up being like, oh, here comes Black Julian. You know what I mean? Like, I just went, oh, there's Julian.
Yeah.
You know, it was never like, that's my black friend. You know, like, just so everybody knows, that's my black friend. No, I had black friends, and you know what I called them? My friends. That was it. Yeah. There was no tag before it. No. And people need to stop tagging shit before things. It's
Eskimo Joe. Yeah. Why was he called Eskimo Joe? I don't know. He could have been cold one fucking day. I don't know.
But stop with the African American, Latin American, Asian American, whatever. You're American. You live here. You're American. Yeah. You're here legally. Okay. You were born here, or you came here the right way. You're here legally. Yeah. All right.
You're not African anymore.
Yeah. You never were.
There's no African.
Neither were your parents. Neither were your great grandparents.
Yeah.
You're American. You're more American than I am.
Yeah.
My family came here in the 1900s. Yeah. You have more of a right to this fucking country than I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much me too. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. What has happened is completely insane. And here's my theory on it all. This has become the biggest political scandal of maybe ever. We're going to come to find out that 2020 was a manipulation by whatever political party between the COVID and this shit. Because let's be honest, this shouldn't have turned into what happened over George Floyd. Because now that this happens, you have white people all over the place. We're going, well, look, here's a white guy who was choked out. They were laughing and making jokes about him. And I watched the video. It's a real thing. It was this white guy, same position. I can't breathe. And the cops were making jokes and laughing. They're like, oh, maybe he's dead. And he was dead. But you know what? I don't even know his name, and nobody else does either, except for the people posting it. So this shit doesn't just happen to black people. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just the media.
That you get to pick and choose what you want.
The media is fucking with all of you. And when the fuck are you going to wake up? They're the ones dividing us all. Why is it they only report on these black situations? Why? Because they know it's going to create tension. They know it's going to create chaos. They know it. And hey, CNN tells their story their way. Fox tells their story their way. And guess what? Now they're dividing again, but now they're dividing into parties and who you're going to vote for. Yeah. And that's what this is all about. That's what this COVID thing was about, because we had 100,000 fucking people in Los Angeles, 100,000 people in Philly, 100,000 people all over the country and the world. Everybody's arm in arm. And now the fucking World Health Organization is like, well, you can't really catch it. Like 80% of you can't catch it like that easy. And it's, well, how fucking convenient is that? Yeah. That you find out this news now that everybody's arm in arm together.
Yeah.
Now this news break. That I heard that and I go, we're being fucked with. This is either the most evil plot, if this COVID is real, by the Republicans to do this. They set this George Floyd thing up knowing it would turn into this. And they were like, we'll get rid of a bunch of voters by killing them.
What?
You know? Or this is the greatest plot by the Democrats to create this COVID and now this riot shit.
Well, use it as an advantage.
A political advantage.
Yeah.
Like, I really think we're being worked by the fucking U.S. government between the COVID and this thing. I think we're being fucking worked.
Well, there's an opportunity here.
Oh, yeah.
There's opportunity.
Candace Owens video. Yeah, Candace Owens, while I agree with some of the things she says, she's a little radical for me. And there's another thing, too. Like, you'll talk about Candace Owens, you bring her up, and black people are like, no, don't listen to her. She's a fucking Uncle Tom. But it's like, wait a second. I thought all black lives matter. Now, this woman's life, like, I shouldn't listen to her. Why? She's a black voice. She's from your community. Why are we shutting her up?
Yeah, what's the deal with it?
Yeah, let's hear what she has to say.
Why is she saying it? And where is she coming from?
You know why? Because she doesn't agree with their message. So shut her up. Just like they don't want attention on Chicago because that's a legitimate problem. And people look at that and they go, well, that's a black community. And again, I know what I'm saying, so taboo. Like, as a white guy, you can't even have this fucking conversation without being called a racist.
Yeah, but listen, it is what it's truth, though.
And and that's the thing. Like, this isn't coming from a place of hate. This is coming from a place of observation, an outsider looking in who has a bunch of black friends, a bunch of Hispanic friends. My kids hang out with black, Hispanic, every fucking race. So, like, I'm now watching this and talking to some of my black friends, reading what's going on, and a lot of my black friends are like, this is crazy. Like, what's going on is crazy, and a lot of black people are ignoring other things that need to be addressed. Chicago, Baltimore, St. Louis, Detroit. Like,
Chicago has taken more lives than fucking anything.
Chicago's taken more lives probably in the past month than the protests did.
Wow.
How many cops died during these protests and can't have funerals? But let's give the convict a fucking 4-hour televised funeral. That's disgusting. And the New York police chief came out today fucking frothing at the mouth. He was so mad. He's like, we're being fucking vilified. He's like, we're not fucking Minneapolis. We had nothing to do with Minneapolis. But now we're fucking villains. We're being shamed for our job.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
People are fucking leaving the police force because they don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do when someone breaks into your fucking house? What's the first thing you're going to do when someone fucking punches your wife in the face
and the police are going,
street?
nope, I ain't fucking going there. Fuck that.
No,
I ain't
but
doing
my point is, the first thing you're going to do is pick up your fucking phone and call a cop. Yeah. But right now, everybody's, again, a fad. Yeah. It's a fad. Fuck the police. Yeah. Fuck them all, right?
So
fuck them all.
I wouldn't want to be a cop. You know what? Tell them to call their cousin over there. I'm not going over there.
I said they all, countrywide, go on strike. Country fucking wide, go on strike. Give them a taste of what they want.
Yeah. No cops.
You don't, and I'm not saying they, meaning black people. I'm saying all those fucking idiots that were out there protesting. Like, that's what they want? They want no fucking... I don't break the law. I don't need the cops. Someone comes to my house, I'll fucking shoot them.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll kill you.
I will fucking shoot you if you come and fuck with my shit. I'm good. But there's a lot of people out there that aren't.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of them all, and let's see how that fucking... Especially in the inner cities. Let's see how that fucking plays out for you. Because right now, fucking Minneapolis looks like fucking Iraq. Yeah. That place, you have ruined a beautiful city. You tore it to pieces. And then when it doesn't get rebuilt, who's going to be crying? You're going to be crying. And guess what? You did it to your fucking self. If I was those store owners, I would get my insurance money and be the fuck out and not rebuild.
Yeah. Fuck that. Why would you? So you can get it fucked up again?
It's fucking out of control what this has turned into. Like I said in the start, this was a great movement in the beginning. It was a great movement. Then the rioting started. And then the division started. And then they started dividing you. And you all fucking took it hook, line, and sinker. Whether you're left or right, you all took the fucking bait. And now you're more divided than ever when this movement was supposed to unite. And all you've done is divide. You've made people look at this situation and go, I don't give a fuck anymore because I'm sick of hearing both of you. I'm sick of watching the violence on both sides. I'm sick of watching fucking rioting. Oh, well, they're just expressing themselves. Okay, maybe the first night. On night seven, you're still breaking into stores. You're still breaking into banks. You're still lighting fires. You're still defacing monuments, which, by the way, was a Civil War monument for African Americans that you defaced, you fucking idiots. You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, an African American Civil War monument. They defaced it. Fucking brilliant. This is the fucking mind state of the people that you're fucking following if you're on the left side. And if you're on the right side, you're following a bunch of fucking idiots over there too. I'm not defending either side. I'm saying you're all fucking stupid, and anybody who follows these morons is even stupider. Wake the fuck up. You're all being fucking played. It's fucking crazy. How do you not see? I see it bright as fucking day. And a lot of people I know do too. Black, white, and Hispanic. All see it. But for some reason, we're fucking record numbers in protests for this fucking thing. And it's just become a violent fucking war zone. That's what it's become. A fucking war zone where the police can't defend themselves and the rioters or protesters, air quotes, don't know how to fucking act.
Well, dude, listen, if the police were to do that, like we were talking last week, they would have the fucking army there. Or the fuck, you know what I'm saying? They would have the army there.
Whoever's samurai champion, sorry, bro, but shut up. Shut up. I can't stand you 9/11 conspiracy theorists. Shut up. I was next door. I saw the fucking smoke billowing from Long Island. Okay? I had friends that were in the city that watched the buildings fall. I don't give a shit whether you think it was a conspiracy or not. 3,000 plus fucking people died that day. That's all that fucking matters. Not how it happened or was it a conspiracy. I don't give a shit. 3,000 people died. 300 firemen died. That's a fact. That's not fake. That's not a conspiracy. Those are real fucking numbers, okay? So enough with 9/11 and whatever the fuck you want to talk about it. I don't give a shit about anyone's conspiracy theory on fucking the George Floyd situation or anything else. Because, like I said, 3,000 plus people died that day. That's all that fucking matters.
So, where do they take it from here? What happens,
Like I said, this is a fad, Richie. We're in the 6-second generation. Those kids out there don't give a fuck about this.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They want to get their fucking Instagram.
Yeah.
They want to get their fucking Snapchat pictures. And then they want to go the fuck home and never think about it again.
Yeah. They don't care about the police brutality.
No.
They care when it's convenient for them.
They care when the media decides to show them.
Or if they can put it on their timeline. That's when they care.
It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy what this has turned down to.
Everybody's a fucking internet whore.
And like I said, Rich,
as long as you can get attention, you can get those clicks. You know what's so funny about this whole fucking thing? We have a fucking show. Me and you have a show. Mm-hmm. We could sit here and whore ourselves on this all week.
I could just start spreading lies.
We could do
and
this
just
all
start
week.
manipulating and start making shit up.
Yeah.
I could just start making shit up, and guess what? All I need is one person to believe it, and that person runs with it.
And we have a platform. We could talk shit all week if we want. We are obviously not fucking doing it for what do they call it? For the gram? What do they call it?
Yeah, the gram.
The props. What do they call it?
I don't know. I don't know. But
you know
and yeah,
saying.
the 75-year-old man. Oh, poor him. Poor him. Running up to police by himself in a hostile situation where they don't know if they're going to be stabbed or shot by this old man. Hey, maybe even possibly blown up. He's old enough. He's lived his life. There's no such thing as suicide bombers anymore. And they barely touch this fucking old codger. And he goes stumbling back like a fucking stooge. Okay? Go back and watch the video. They barely touched him. And Mr. Magoo over there starts fucking flailing and he tripped on his own feet and cracked his fucking head.
Really?
I don't give a shit what anyone else says. Those cops had every right to get him out of their fucking space. What are you doing in a fucking a protest that can't be more hostile, running up on them? They don't know if you have a gun, a knife, or a bomb. And the police somehow are the bad guys in this situation because they moved them out of his way. They didn't shove him. They fucking patted him. They barely touched this man.
I'm going to watch it right now.
Watch it right now. They barely touch him, Richie. And everyone's like, well, he's 75. He looked pretty spry walking up. Okay? Watch this. Here we go. Look at that. That caused that, Rich. That caused that. Did you see the way he flew back?
Yeah.
That was not a shove. That wasn't a push. That was a tap. Back up.
Yeah, it really was like...
It was barely touched him, dude.
It was that.
And everyone's like, he's a 75-year-old man. Did you see the fucking way he walked up there?
Yeah, officer suspended. Wow, they suspended him.
Every fucking cop in that fucking force stood up and protested back. And they were like, we're not showing up until this is bullshit.
I wouldn't be a cop. I would fuck that. I wouldn't do it.
There's too much bullshit along with it. And you know what? When there's no more police left, you only have yourselves to thank. Yeah. When your daughter gets raped and there's no one to fucking look into this rape or find the person who did it, you have yourselves to thank. When your son's shot in the middle of the night and killed, and the killer's out on the loose and no one's looking for him, you have yourselves to thank. When your mother gets mugged on the way home from getting groceries, and there's no cops there to protect her, you have yourselves to thank.
I wouldn't do that.
What's next? Are we going to start attacking the military too? And talking about what pieces of shit they are too? Firemen next?
Yo, I seen that thing where like the cops are walking and they're fucking sitting there playing their fucking Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. These are just regular cops. Like all cops are dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
They're
Here's a chant.
They're not going to want to do that.
Here's a peaceful protest chant. Suck my dick! Looking at the cops while hundreds of thousands of people are just chanting, suck my dick! To the police. While there's another video I see of this guy in a cop's face going, look at you, you're little. I'll beat the fuck out of you. You got your friends here, but me and you, I'll fuck you up.
Wow.
But they got to stand there and show restraint.
Yeah.
Let me walk through one of these neighborhoods and accidentally tap someone's Jordan and watch what the fuck happens to me.
What, their sneaker? You're saying
Yes.
The Jordans.
Yes. And watch what happens to me. Okay? But these cops showed more restraint in this past week than I have ever seen in my fucking life. If this was the 60s, there'd be fucking a pile of bodies of these protesters.
Yeah. They've taken a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit.
And like I said when 9/11 passed last time, how quickly we all forget. How quickly we all forget. 19 years later, and it's right back to fuck the police, isn't it? Right back to it. But on 9/11, everybody's, yay, patting them on the fucking back. Why? Because they're heroes. There's some bad ones. Absolutely. The rest of them are fucking heroes, and you're shitting all over them. Real life heroes. You sit there and you watch your Marvel fucking movies all day, and you'll give Chris Evans a fucking pat on the back, and he's not even the real fucking Captain America. There isn't a real Captain America. The real Captain America is the goddamn police out on the street risking their fucking lives every day for $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable.
It's fucked up. You know? How do you turn this around? Like, how do you make somebody want to be a fucking police officer?
You can't now. Now you can't. It's going to take years.
It's not even a respectable job.
It's going to take years to repair this as far as people wanting to become police. Years.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. They better up the fucking ante. They're not, they're not going to want to fucking do that job.
It's infuriating. And again, I get it. Black people are treated pretty fucking bad. Pretty fucking bad. I'm not saying they're not. We're all in agreement there.
Yeah, you know what it is, though? Fucking, you got your white dirtbags on the street, and cops don't want to deal with them. You got the other side. You got this. You got Spanish. You know, every fucking ethnicity has an asshole.
Like, you're gonna sit here and try to convince me.
It is what it is. Every color, every creed has fucking assholes in it. Every job has assholes in it. Every race has assholes in it. It's. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah, I saw the video where the guy running his own shop got robbed, and the police came in and fucking punched him in the face. And again, there's bad police. There's stupid police out there. I absolutely agree. But guess what?
There's bad people out there,
You know
too.
what videos you're not seeing? The police who jumps in front of a fucking bullet for somebody. The police who jump in front of a fucking knife for somebody. The police who go on high-speed chases, chasing down a fucking crackhead that might run over your fucking daughter on the front lawn. That's what you don't see. You know why? Because they don't want to show you that. Yeah. They only want to show you the bad shit so they can get their ad revenue and get more eyes on their bullshit fucking channels.
Because that's the only thing that brings attention is shit like this.
You never hear about the good shit cops do.
Good stories don't bring attention. They don't get paid for showing good stories.
The guys today said 375 million positive feedback responses last year for the NYPD. 300 and I'll say it again, 375 million in 1 year. But no one hears that fucking stat, do they? They only hear about the 30 assholes who did something wrong.
That's a real number, too?
Yes.
Wow.
What do you think the cops going to come out and make that shit up on national TV?
I'm asking. I got to
These
ask.
guys are at their fucking wits' end. They got families to take care of. They have pensions to think about and mortgages to think
They're our
about.
friends. They come from our neighborhood.
Exactly. I have tons of friends that are police.
Yeah.
And now I got to worry about them getting fucking shot execution style. Why? Because this movement.
Minneapolis fucking has some asshole cop kneel on somebody's fucking neck.
And everybody's got to pay for it, right? But when it comes to your neighborhood, don't judge everybody by a few bad apples. We're not all like that, right? And trust me, my Italian family has dealt with it in the past too. We're not all mobsters. As much as the people like to think every Italian that somehow has crime organization fucking contacts, we don't. So there's a bad apples in every fucking bunch. But we're not going to sit there and now just decide everybody affiliated with that group is bad. Because if we're going to start doing that, trust me.
You got to do it to everybody.
Yeah. And
that, you don't want to do that.
And when you do that, you're racist.
Yeah.
How dare you? You're racist.
Whether you're black or fucking white, because a lot of people say black people can't be racist. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
Listen, people say it all the time.
It's exactly.
People
I know they
all the
say
time.
it.
They say it all the time.
And thank God there's some black people that go, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Yeah.
Like, thank God some honest black people decided to be like, no, that is absolutely not the truth. Black people can be super racist. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody has piece of shit people. Yeah. It's the way the world's going to work. It's never going to fucking change.
My grandparents, they were 100% Puerto Rican, but you know, they had their quirks against fucking their quirks against Dominicans and black people. That's what they had quirks against, and that's how they grown up.
Yeah,
they were, you know, the fucking.
Does it make it right? No. Absolutely not.
But you know, this isn't old. These are old fucking ways of thinking.
And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the Washington Monument to come down. He owned slaves too. Our first president.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming down. Everybody's coming down. You own slaves, you're coming down. And again, let's talk about that real quick, because I want to move on from this. We've already spent 45 minutes on this. Africans were sold by Africans. Okay? White people bought them. Terrible. But guess what?
Yeah, they were.
Just like you said your grandparents were raised in a certain time, back in the 1600s and 1700s, it was the norm to do this. Is it fucked up? Of course it is. Of course it is. Was George Washington a bad man? I'm going to say probably not. He started a great thing.
Yeah.
Whether he was a bad man or not, we're here because of him. We have our freedoms because of him.
Yeah, but you can't say because somebody had slaves back in the day when it was an acceptable thing that they're a bad guy. That you can't say that.
No.
Because that was a norm.
It was the norm.
Yeah.
It's like owning a fucking TV today.
Yeah.
You know,
and if you say that, you're not fucking thinking the right way.
You're just thinking with anger.
Yeah, think about this as a fucking adult. Have an adult thought, and just for 1 second, it doesn't mean that these guys were bad people. It was just how
exactly.
It was.
Churchill went down, and if it wasn't for him, we'd be in the hands of the Germans today. And that's exactly right. But they took down his statue and threw him in a fucking river, I believe. Like,
they want to take away all.
They want to take away history.
Yeah.
History. Your history. You're American. This is your fucking history. Good or bad, it's still your fucking history.
Yeah, it's how we came to be who we are in today. Like, this is part of how we got here.
And you know what our label's gonna be when the history books fucking write about us? A laughing stock. Look how fucking stupid these people were.
Well, we're the generation that has to try and figure this shit out, and we have no idea where to start. We don't know where to start to fix this thing, Rock.
That's not my job. That's the people
I understand
that,
that, but we could complain about it.
And get the fucking 40-year career politicians out of there. They didn't do it in the past 40 years. They're not going to fucking do it now.
The people in the 90s should not be in fucking office now. Give me
Chuck
a fucking
Schumer,
break.
Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, none of them belong in there.
No.
None of them.
It's not their country anymore.
And the progressive mayor of Minneapolis, who has been on board this whole time, the whole time, he's been on board with this thing, and they fucking boo him out of the protest. Tell him, go home, they're chanting.
Really?
This man's had your back the whole fucking time. He's a progressive thinker. And you fucking shun him.
This is so stupid.
But keep patting fucking Nancy Pelosi on the back and Chuck Schumer and fucking idiot Governor Cuomo. Keep patting these morons on the back. The ones who got us fucking here.
And what, that was public?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. That's a bad look.
Dude, I felt so bad for it. He was walking, the tail between his legs, head down, shamed. That man, and I don't live in Minneapolis. I don't know what he does otherwise, but from what I saw, how he handled this situation, those cops were arrested immediately. He's getting a fucking federal investigation into that fucking police department.
Yeah, what else do you want this guy
He's
to do?
been so supportive of all of it.
And you guys shit on him like that? That's fucked up.
Now, again, I don't know. Maybe he's a fucking idiot. But you know what? From what I've seen to this, that's not the type of guy you guys should have been fucking shunning. He's not.
I think maybe they just saw the color of him and that was their reaction.
But then they'll clap for the fucking idiot Ilhan Omar, whatever the fuck her name is, the one who said, that thing that happened, 9/11, that thing that happened. Yeah, the Muslim fucking Somali Muslim that you guys voted in, that thinks 9/11 was just a bad thing that happened.
It's crazy.
That fucking person, you want running this fucking country? You stupid fucks. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, another fucking idiot that you've elected to office.
Yeah. Where the fuck has she been lately?
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, she didn't pay her taxes, so we haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Of course. And well, no one did. You know why?
Why?
Deflection, baby. We're all about this right now. Hillary Clinton was fucking in trial and's got to go testify about her 600,000 emails. And guess what? No one fucking heard about it.
Really?
No one fucking heard about it. In September, she's going to fucking court and being tried. And no one fucking heard about it.
Wow. I can't believe they got pulled like that still to this day. I can't believe that family still has enough fucking control and power to where they could still get shit like this done. It's fucked up. These are the people that you're talking about. The people still in the fucking 90s. This is 30 years later. They're still in control.
Since the 70s, some of these fucking people have been there.
It's fucked up, man.
Pelosi's been there since the fucking... How is a career congresswoman a fucking trillionaire? She's not doing anything corrupt. Where the fuck did all her money come from?
Who's giving her money?
Exactly. Same thing with Biden. You know who's not a career corrupt politician? Donald Trump. He made his money through business. He came in a billionaire. These motherfuckers came in with nothing, and now they're fucking multi-millionaires. And how?
Off a $60,000 a year salary, supposedly, or $80,000 maybe, right? What's the thing for a politician?
The president makes like $250 a year.
How are you guys making all this money and fucking and owning fucking oil rigs and all this shit? Get the fuck out of here. Nah, bro.
But somehow, no one looks into them.
Nah.
No one looks into them. Or when they do, no one talks about it. The same way this Hillary Clinton thing went down last week.
Unless somebody else is going to come up off of their arrest. Yeah, no.
Oof.
'Cause that's all it is. If they want you, they'll take
Dude,
you.
I've been waiting to release that.
It was a good one.
waiting to fuck because I'm just so sick of it, and I'm so sick of both sides. Both of you are a bunch of cunts.
It's annoying.
Shut the fuck up. Stop rah-rahing for your fucking team and open your fucking eyes. Look at what the fuck you fucking people have turned this country into. One side wants it to be a fucking goddamn communist fucking nation,
Yeah.
and the other side only gives a shit about 1% of the country.
Yeah.
All of them have good intentions that they fucking talk about, but nothing ever happens on either fucking side. It's time this two-party fucking system is abolished. And we get 10 fucking people up there. I don't get 100 fucking people up. I don't give a shit. But 2 people is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Everyone that's going, anybody but Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, look at this.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
You think this fucking demented idiot
Is
the answer?
president? Get the fuck out of here.
anybody but Trump?
Why 2 people out of fucking everybody? Why?
And then, well, if you don't vote, you really don't have a say in it.
Yeah, but why?
Fuck
what are
you,
we
yes, I
voting?
do.
What are we voting
I'm not voting for
for
either one of these assholes because they're both fucking assholes and they're both shitheads and they're both stupid. And they both don't give a fuck about you.
No. That's clear. Very clear. Crazy, bro. Crazy. So,
Fight Island, Rich.
yeah, Fight Island. Everybody.
Abu Dhabi, baby.
Tomorrow, everything opens up.
Not everything.
Pretty well. A lot of things
June
open up.
26th, everything opens.
I'm back to work.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Fucking
Well, thank
killing
God.
it.
Maybe someone can finally shave that disaster off your fucking head.
Nah, I like my hair. I'm keeping it for a little
You're
bit.
literally the one person who likes your hair.
Yes. A couple of people.
What
like
did your
it.
daughter say to you at my front door?
Oh, she's just looking to give me crap for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, what'd she say, though? Daddy, your hair
Looks cool.
sucks.
Really? She would never say that.
sucks. Your hair sucks.
That's fucked up.
And I laughed and laughed and laughed.
So what do you think about the fights anyway? Why was this pay-per-view so much money? $85?
I didn't even know what it cost, Rich. You know why? Because I didn't fucking pay for it.
I didn't either.
Yeah. I refuse. Ever
Why?
since this ESPN deal, go fuck yourself.
And why what is Conor retiring? Is that what's going on now too? Everybody says they're retiring. They just want a fucking
And you know what?
paycheck.
You got money to buy fucking islands. Start paying your fucking fighters. They're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You got money to buy a fucking island?
Yeah.
Pay your fucking fighters.
Yeah. Now, I seen something that Masvidal and John Jones both, they want a piece of the fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. And if they're the main fight on the card, they want a little bit
If
more.
they're
of
the
a bigger-
draw,
Yeah.
which Masvidal, Jones, and Conor are
They
the
are.
draws.
Yeah.
I don't care who's on the other side of that poster.
Yeah.
They're the draw.
Yeah.
Unless it's Jones and Conor together. And then they're both the fucking draw. And then guess what, Dana? You're going to have to figure that out because they both deserve a cut.
Yeah.
Because you're not making shit right now. You know why? For one, you made this dumbass fucking deal with ESPN. Where I got to pay $5 just to get ESPN Plus to even be able to pay you fucking $80 for your fucking $80.
I think I with me having ESPN Plus for the year, I think I pay $64 for the pay-per-view, something like that. It said.
Yeah, either way.
But I mean,
either way.
Come on, that's expensive.
That's
man.
and people aren't working right now. They just went back to work this week. Some
Yeah.
people, a lot of people still aren't working.
It's a lot of money, man. You know, you got to think of the fucking regular person here.
Now, who beats Amanda Nunes? Nobody. That was a clinic on Saturday night.
Yeah, and
she
Spencer's good too.
she made that girl look like she had no business being in there. I'm not saying she didn't.
Yeah.
But that was, like I said, a clinic.
Yeah,
Tagging at will.
She's tough, man.
I think she is pound for pound the best fighter in the world, hands down.
Better than Jones?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. No one is even touching this girl. She, for the past 3 or 4 years, has walked through everybody with ease.
Yeah, and he's just gotten better.
Yeah, without even a scratch on her. She's fucking they need to let her fight some of the strawweight guys.
Yeah.
You know?
She's good, man.
Get her in there with Frankie Edgar. Let's see what happens. Because you know what? She'll put up a fucking fight.
She will. She will. I wouldn't want to fight her.
No.
Fuck that.
No. She would fuck me up
Yeah.
very easily.
Scary.
And that's not the type of woman where you go, if I catch her, though. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope.
She gets caught all the time in practice.
If
see?
you catch
You're not
her,
gonna surprise her.
she's just going to get mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like you just pissed her off.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Fight Island, and it seems like they're doing it on the beach. Is that what I'm gathering?
I can't wait to see it though.
Because the promo shot was a fucking cage on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
Can they please really do that?
They want to do it like the Bruce Lee movie. I mean, it's a cool concept. I like it.
It's different, and it'll get eyes on it.
Yeah.
It'll definitely get eyes. The first one, a lot of people will be watching.
Yeah.
A lot of people. So, you know, it looks cool. It seems like it's a great idea on paper.
Yeah.
But, you know, right now the UFC has the weakest roster they've had since the late 90s.
Well, they're not putting it together correctly. I think they have a good roster. I just think they haven't utilized it. You know, they have a great 185.
Because they're protecting all their good guys.
Yeah. And they don't want to fuck, you know, yeah. They're protecting. They got the 185, which is awesome. The 160 is fucking amazing.
170 is amazing. There is no 160. It's 155, 170.
Yeah, 170. The 170 is fucking awesome.
170 is incredible. Always has been, though.
Yeah.
170 is awesome because they're small enough to be fast and agile, but they're big enough to knock you the fuck out.
205 is about to explode soon. You watch.
Yeah. But again, there's no star. There's no star. As a UFC fan, yeah, it's great. But there's no breakout star. Even John Jones couldn't really cross over.
You had the Masvidal thing, but that
Masvidal's not a star.
No, but it you know,
Nick Diaz is not a star.
They are, but they're not.
They're not stars. To me and you, they are because we're fans of the UFC. They're not stars.
Yeah.
Nobody knows them really outside of
Conor.
fight fans. Conor's a star.
Yeah.
All right? Chuck Liddell was a star. Yeah. Tito Ortiz even was a star. These guys, unless you're a fight fan, you don't know them.
Yeah.
I could walk up to 100 people outside and go, you know George Masvidal is? And if 10 of them say, yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Oh, all right. I mean, we're done. That's it.
Yeah. We'll get them next week.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff for next week, but, sorry everyone if, you didn't like what happened today or if you disagree with me. And again, just, to say it again because the climate we're in, this isn't a battle against black and white. I'm all for the Black Lives Matter movement. You heard me last week. I explained it ad nauseum. I'm not for the division that's going on. Like I said, this was supposed to unite everybody. And all it did was divide even more.
They fucked everything up.
Think about that, and we'll see you next Tuesday.